When your children don't respect you, do this instead: 8 powerful ways to regain respect. There comes a time in life when the roles between parents and children start to shift. You spend decades raising them, guiding them, sacrificing for them, but one day you realize something has changed. Maybe they ignore your advice, dismiss your opinions, talk down to you, or worse, they make you feel like a burden. And it hurts. If your children have started treating you with less respect than you deserve, you might feel frustrated, even angry. You may want to remind them of everything you've done for them, of the years you spent putting them first. But here's the truth: getting angry won't fix it. In fact, it often makes things worse. Instead, there are more effective ways to regain their respect, without fighting, without arguments, and without resentment. Today, I'm going to share 8 powerful actions you can take to rebuild respect and restore your place as a valued figure in their lives. 1. Stop chasing their approval. One of the biggest mistakes parents make, especially as they grow older, is trying too hard to please their children. You go out of your way to accommodate them, say yes when you want to say no, and put their needs ahead of your own, hoping they'll appreciate you more. But here's the painful truth: the more you chase their approval, the less they respect you. Respect isn't earned through self-sacrifice, it's earned through self-respect. If you constantly give in, your children may start seeing your feelings as secondary. Instead of reminding them of what you've done for them, focus on respecting yourself first. Set boundaries, say no when needed, and speak your mind, even if they don't like what you have to say. 2. Don't argue, lead by example. When your children dismiss your opinions, talk over you, or treat you disrespectfully, your first instinct might be to argue. But arguing rarely works. Respect isn't won through words, it's earned through presence and dignity. If you meet disrespect with anger, you're showing them that they have power over your emotions. Instead, respond with calmness and wisdom. Carry yourself with confidence, and don't feel the need to prove yourself. When they see you as a strong, self-assured person, they will naturally start treating you with more respect. 3. Withdraw your emotional dependence. One of the hardest lessons to learn as you grow older is that you can't depend on your children for emotional fulfillment. Of course, you love them deeply and want them to love and respect you in return. But the moment they sense that you need them to feel valued, the power in the relationship shifts. People, even your own children, respect those who are emotionally independent. If you constantly seek their validation, affection, or attention, they may start feeling burdened rather than grateful. Focus on building your own happiness outside of them, whether that's through hobbies, friendships, or personal goals. 4. Set boundaries and enforce them. One of the biggest reasons children lose respect for their parents is because the parents let them. If you allow your children to talk to you disrespectfully, dismiss your opinions, or take you for granted, they will continue doing so, not because they're bad people, but because you've never set clear limits. Setting boundaries doesn't mean cutting them off or creating conflict. It means calmly and firmly deciding what kind of behavior you will and will not accept. And most importantly, it means enforcing those boundaries when they are crossed. For example, if they interrupt you, say, "I'll continue speaking when you're ready to listen." If they dismiss your opinion, say, "You don't have to agree with me, but I expect you to respect me." If they treat you poorly, limit your time with them until they show respect. When they see that you value yourself enough to demand respect, they will start giving it to you. 5. Stop giving without appreciation. One of the quickest ways to lose respect is to keep giving to people who don't appreciate it. As parents, we often give more than we should: our time, energy, money, and support, even when it's taken for granted. But here's the truth: when you give to someone who doesn't appreciate it, you don't build love or respect, you build entitlement. They stop seeing your kindness as valuable and start seeing it as something they're entitled to. Instead of overextending yourself, take a step back. Ask yourself, am I giving more than I should? And what would happen if I stopped? When you teach people that your generosity is conditional on respect, they will start treating it that way. 6. Build a life outside of them. One of the most powerful ways to regain your children's respect is to show them that your happiness doesn't revolve around them. As parents, it's natural to devote ourselves to our children. But as we get older, if we continue prioritizing them above all else, they may start seeing us as people with no lives of our own. People respect those who have their own purpose, interests, and fulfillment. If your children see you relying on them for entertainment, validation, or meaning, they might feel suffocated, or worse, take you for granted. Instead, invest in your own passions. Travel, take up new hobbies, join social groups, volunteer, show them that you have a full, meaningful life. When they see you thriving, they will admire you instead of pitying you. 7. Take care of your physical and mental well-being. Your health affects how people perceive and treat you. When you take care of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally, you exude strength and confidence. Exercise regularly. Staying active keeps you strong and independent. Eat well. A healthy diet boosts energy and longevity. Stay mentally sharp. Read, learn, and engage in stimulating conversations. Prioritize mental well-being. Practice mindfulness, seek therapy if needed, and manage stress. Taking care of yourself sends a message to your children: you respect yourself enough to stay strong and healthy. And when you respect yourself, others will follow. 8. Accept that you can't control everything. Lastly, understand this: you can't force your children to respect you, but you can inspire it. Not all relationships can be fixed overnight. Some children may still struggle with their own issues, and their behavior isn't always a reflection of you. The most important thing is to focus on how you carry yourself. Let go of resentment. Holding on to anger only hurts you. Find peace in your own life. The happier you are, the more they'll want to be around you. Lead with love, but never at the cost of your self-respect. Final thoughts. Respect isn't something you demand, it's something you inspire. If your children have started treating you with less respect, don't waste your energy fighting for it. Instead, shift your approach. Stop chasing their approval. Lead by example with dignity. Withdraw emotional dependence. Set and enforce boundaries. Stop giving without appreciation. Build a life outside of them. Take care of your health and mind. Accept that you can't control everything. If you do these things, something incredible will happen. Your children will start seeing you in a different light, not as someone waiting for their attention, but as someone who commands respect simply by being who they are. And in time, that respect will come back to you, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it.